Maduro dialed Washington for mercy. Amnesty erased sanctions, a promise of safe passage. Trump answered with steel. Invite him to leave or take him out. Now warships wait and a week ticks down. Is this diplomacy or the prelude to Panama all over again? Venezuela's President Nicolás Maduro is running out of options to step down and leave his country under US-guaranteed safe passage, following a short call with US President Donald Trump last month, where Trump refused a series of requests from the Venezuelan leader, Reuters reported on December 1st, citing sources. Maduro told Trump during the call he was willing to leave Venezuela, provided he and his family members had full legal amnesty, including the removal of all US sanctions and the end of a flagship case he faces before the International Criminal Court, sources told Reuters. He also requested removal of sanctions for over 100 Venezuelan government officials, many accused by the US of human rights abuses, drug trafficking, or corruption. The call, on November 21st, came after months of increasing US pressure on Venezuela, including strikes against alleged drug smuggling boats in the Caribbean, repeated threats by Trump to extend military operations to land, and the designation of Cartel de los Soles, a group the Trump administration says includes Maduro as a foreign terrorist organization. However, Maduro and his government have always denied all criminal accusations. Maduro asked that Vice President Delcy Rodriguez run an interim government ahead of new elections, according to Reuters. However, Trump rejected most of his requests on the call, which lasted less than 15 minutes, but told Maduro he had a week to leave Venezuela for the destination of his choice alongside his family members. Meanwhile, Trump held talks on December 1st with top advisors to discuss the pressure campaign on Venezuela, among other topics, a senior US official told Reuters. Following the talks, Representative Maria Elvira Salazar told the New York Post on December 1st President Trump is taking the last responsible steps.
Maduro promised President Biden he would leave if he lost the election, and he lost 80-20. But communists and Marxists lie until they see a bigger force in front of them. Then they run. He's afraid the Cuban military personnel, more than 30,000 on Venezuelan soil, will kill him if he tries to leave. And he knows the Americans will take him out if he doesn't go. The right thing is exactly what we're doing. Invite him to leave or take him out, just like we did in Panama.
She argued the US has precedent for removing hostile foreign leaders when national security is at stake.
We've done this before, in Panama, in Libya, under presidents of both parties.
President Trump convened his national security team in the Oval Office on December 1st in part to discuss possible next steps for the US pressure campaign on Venezuelan dictator Nicolás Maduro. As the White House says, the commander-in-chief has not ruled on US boots on the ground. CNN reported that Secretary of State Rubio and Secretary of War Pete Hegseth were also part of the meeting. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt told reporters in response to a question whether the team would discuss a final decision regarding US action on Venezuela.
I will confirm that the president will be meeting with his national security team on this subject and on matters. He meets with his national security team quite often. He's the commander-in-chief. It's part of his responsibility to ensure that peace is ongoing throughout the world.
President Trump has previously said he has not ruled out striking Venezuela on land and has already directed the CIA to conduct its own operations inside the country.